The aircraft carrier is basically a moving airport on the sea. It is generally understood as a battleship that acts as a seagoing airfield with a full-length flight deck and facilities for transporting, arming, launching, and retrieving aircraft. This is the United Kingdom. And Royal Navy is the oldest branch of armed forces in UK. It was said that the Royal Navy had the first ever aircraft carrier in the world, but there's more to the story than just that. HMS Ark Royal was arguably the first ever operational aircraft carrier as it carried armed seaplanes for use in combat and military engagements, similar to how aircraft carriers are used today. Although the seaplane did not actually land on the ship, instead it will land on the sea and get picked up by the ship later on. However, HMS Argus was the first aircraft carrier with an unobstructed full-length flight deck that allowed wheeled aircraft to take off and land, which became the standard design for modern-day aircraft carriers. When the Royal Navy's HMS Hermes was laid down in 1918, it became the first purpose-built aircraft carrier in naval history, but it was not commissioned until 1924. Instead, when the Imperial Japanese Navy's Aigan Hosho was brought online in 1922, it was able to be commissioned into formal service sooner than the HMS Hermes, hence making it the first ever aircraft carrier in the world to be commissioned into service. And that brought us to the modern day. Royal Navy are currently operating the Queen Elizabeth class aircraft carriers, and here are some of its specifications. The ship is 280 meters in length, 70 meters in width, and has a height of 56 meters. It has a total displacement of 65,000 tons and are able to travel for 10,000 nautical miles, and they can travel up to a speed of more than 25 knots. To achieve its top speed, it is conventionally powered by two 48,000 horsepower Rolls-Royce Marine Trent MT-30 gas turbines linked to 4-watt Stila diesel generator sets, where two of them produce 12,000 horsepower and another two produce 15,000 horsepower. And together they feed the low-voltage electrical systems, as well as 4 GE Power Convergence 20 megawatt electric propulsion motors that drive the twin fixed-pitch propellers. The ships are armed with 3 Phalanx Seaways and 6 miniguns to counter airborne and seaborne threats, but the 30mm cannons will only be installed later on. The Queen Elizabeth class aircraft carriers consist of 2 ships, and they are HMS Queen Elizabeth obviously, and HMS Prince of Wales. So the construction of the first ship, HMS Queen Elizabeth, started in July 2009 and finished in 2015, but took a few years to be officially commissioned into service in 2017. As for HMS Prince of Wales, it started its construction in 2011 and finished in 2017, which was around the same time as HMS Queen Elizabeth was commissioned. The total costs of building these 2 ships are £6.2 billion or $8.4 billion US dollars. So now the question is, what aircraft can they carry? Due to the absence of arresting gear on board the Queen Elizabeth class carrier, it can only operate STOL aircraft like the F-35B Lightning II, tilt rotors like Osprey, or aircraft that do not require catapult-assisted takeoff and arrested recovery. Under normal conditions, each carrier will be able to fly a maximum of 24 F-35Bs with a capacity to operate 36 under extreme circumstances. There will be 14 Merlin HM2 helicopters available, with 9 in anti-submarine configuration and 4 or 5 equipped with crow's nest for airborne early warning. Alternatively, a littoral maneuver package might contain a combination of Merlin HC-4, Wildcat AH-1, RAF Chinook transport helicopters, and Army Air Corps Apache attack helicopters. And the Royal Navy is also experimenting the use of fixed-wing UAVs from its 2 aircraft carriers under Project Vixen. HMS Queen Elizabeth has been involved in multiple exercises and operations since it was commissioned to the Navy, for example Exercise Steadfast Defender and Exercise Atlantic Trident. It has also commenced combat operations against ISIS on June 18, 2021 as part of Operation Inherent Resolve. F-35B aircraft from 617th Squadron RAF and U.S. Marine Fighter Attack Squadron 211 launched strikes from HMS Queen Elizabeth to attack ISIS targets in Iraq and Syria. As for HMS Prince of Wales, the ship will conduct NATO drills in Arctic, Baltic, and Mediterranean for the next 12 months, starting from January 1, 2022. Cold Response 22, a Norwegian-led exercise, meant to put a crew to the test in this position. And they will also train alongside the Turkish naval forces later this year. So what do you think about Queen Elizabeth class carrier compared to its counterpart like Spain's Juan Carlos I and Italy's Cavour? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. I got nothing else for you.